and welcome to Scottish Maths. Today's video we're going to have a chat about how to make percentages easy. So 3 different techniques for working out percentages that make it super simple to work out anything. So we'll start really simply with 10% of 20. Now 10% is simply 10 100ths and 20 is simply 20 over 1, so 20 ones. Now we can start cancelling out some zeros, and what we end up with is actually 1 over 1 times 2 over 1. Now 1 over 1 is simply just 1, and 2 over 1 is simply just 2. So we end up with 1 times 2, which equals 2. So that's a really simple one. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. So this one will do 20% of 50. That equals 20 over 100, so 20 100ths, times 50 ones. And again, we'll just cancel out these zeros. And we're left with 2 times 5, which is 10. Simple. Okay, we'll scrub the board and do another example. 40% of 60. So that's 40 100ths times 60 for 1, which when cancelled out the zeros, we get 4 times 6, which is 24. Super simple. Now those are some quite simple percentages, and we can try some slightly more complex ones in a different method of working it out. So 30% of 15. Now, if we divided each of those by 10, so divide 30 by 10 and 15 by 10, then we end up with 3 times 1.5. Because with the 15, we move the decimal point from after it 1 digit along. That's divided by 10. And 3 times 1.5 is 4.5. It's again quite simple. So we'll now do 20% of 75 equals, and we'll do the same thing. So 20 divided by 10 is 2, and 75 divided by 10 is 7.5. And that equals 15. So another example here, 60% of 15. So again, that's 6 times, and the 15 divided by 10, 1.5, and that equals 9. So this method just simply divides both of the multipliers by 10, and then multiplies them together to get the answer. So we'll go on to our last method, which can be used for more complex percentages. So we'll start with something fairly simple. So 11% of 70. Now, in order to try and work this out, what we can do is we can run through what is 100% of this, 50%, 20%, 10%, 5%, and 1%. And then we can use those to add together in order to be able to get 11%. So, if we run through first what is 100% of 70, so we know that to be 70. And then we half that to get 50%, so that's 35. And then to get 20, sometimes it's a bit more difficult, but we can definitely get 10 easily enough, which is 7. And then we'll just double that to get 20. Then half of the 7 is 3.5, and then 1% is 0.7. So now all we have to do is add up the 10% and the 1%. So 11% of 70 is 7.7. So this kind of method can work with regardless of how complex the percentage calculation is. So 63% of 72, for example. I'd have no idea what this is off the top of my head, but if I write out my table, 100, 50, 20, 10, 5, and 1, and then start working it out. So 100% is 72, 50% is 36, 20% I'm not sure entirely, but 10% I can work out quite easily, 7.2, so I'll just double that, 14.4, and then half of 10%, then half of 10% is 3.6, so that's 5%, and then 1% is 0.72. And again, I'll just take the 50, the 10, and 3 ones. So as it's slightly more complex, I'll just write it out to make it a little bit easier for myself. So that'll be 36 plus 7.2, which I know is 43.2, plus 3 times 0.72. So when I work that out in my head, that's 43.2 plus 2.16. And I add both of these digits together, I end up with 45.36. So 63% of 72 is 45.36. And to do this calculation without a calculator, this way is really straightforward. So I'll rub out the board again. So I'll do a slightly more complex example. So 27% of 37. So again, without a calculator, probably find this quite difficult to do. Certainly can't do it in my head. So what I'll do this time though, is I'll just write out what I think I need. So 20%, 10%, 5%, and 1%. So to work out 10% is probably the easiest, so it's 3.7. And then I'll double that, so 7.4 for 20. And then half it for 5%, which is 1.85. And then 1% is 0.37. So again, I'll just write it out to make it a little bit easier for myself. So that's 7.4 plus 1.85 plus 2 times 0.37. So 7.4 plus 1.85 is 9.25 plus, and then 2 times 0.37 is 0.74. So 9.25 plus 0.74 equals 9.99. So 27% of 37 is 9.99. So again, totally fantastic way of working out percentages. 3 different ways, made really super simple, regardless of how complex the multiplication is. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you found this math trick quite cool. Please subscribe so you get a notification of any new videos coming through. Smash a like, and I'll catch you on the next one.